This video is going to discuss Chapter 7 in Technical Communication Today, Instructions and Documentation. So first of all, what is the purpose of the instructions and documentation genre? Why do people need them and why should we learn how to create them? Instructions and documentation help people complete specific tasks, teach people about the processes and procedures needed to complete those tasks, and help to ensure quality, consistency, and even safety in workplaces, schools, and homes. Now that we know the purpose of this genre, what are the different types of instructions and documentation? The first type is instructions. These describe how to perform a specific task, usually how to assemble a product or how to do something step by step, like in the example here, which shows people how to tie a tie, step by step. The second type is called specifications. These describe in exact detail how a product is assembled or how a common process is completed. The example here provides the exact specifications of a Convair F-106A Air Force jet. The last type is called procedures and protocols. These help ensure consistency, quality, and even safety in workplaces, schools, or homes. Schools might use this type of documentation to describe the procedures that should be followed in an emergency. Or, as you see here, individuals might use them to learn about fending off shark attacks. Whatever the type of instructions or documentation, there are always rhetorical elements to consider. Here are listed some basic features that align with this genre. This list can be found on page 167 in your textbook. In creating your instructions, you will also need to consider the rhetorical elements of purpose and audience. Understanding all of the rhetorical elements that will influence your composing process, like genre, purpose, audience, and medium, will help you make choices to create an effective document. Other things to consider while composing your instructions include whether or not you need to use research in the introduction or background information, whether you should identify how long the task is expected to take, how to motivate your audience to complete the task, how to take precautions for safety, and what style and design to use so that your instructions are clear, concise, and direct. For your first major project, you will be creating an instructional video in which you describe how to complete a task step by step for a specific audience. You already have your genre and purpose. Now you will need to decide who your audience is based on the task you explain and which multimodal option to choose from the list on the project's assignment sheet. To determine who your audience is, first choose the task you want to describe in your instructional video, and then answer the audience profile questions in Chapter 2. To determine the medium and modes you will use for your instructional video, think about the task you want to describe and how you can use images and sound to help your audience understand as well as possible. If you have questions about this genre or the assignment, please reread Chapter 7, then post questions to the Writer's Lounge, or set up an appointment to talk with me.